Most people think that peace is something that comes when things finally calm down. But I am here to tell you that from my life experience, and I've been in the healthcare business for over 20 years, I work with a lot of people, I've seen a lot of things. Peace is something that you build while life is still very, very loud. I want to share with you a couple of ways that you can find it despite what's happening, despite where you are, because people can be crazy. Life can be crazy. Things are wild these days. But first, let me tell you how not to become a victim of yourself by telling you a story I love about two wolves. There's an old story that I've heard many, many times. Some of you have also. And it's about how two wolves live inside of each of us. Now, one of those wolves represents fear, resentment, self pity, blame, anger, disappointment, woulda, coulda, shoulda, you name it. The other is more about clarity, responsibility, courage, self respect, a willingness to try something new. And inevitably, in whatever version of this story you hear, someone always asks, well, which of these wolves wins? And the answer is very simple it is always, always the one that you feed. Peace disappears the moment we turn against ourselves. And I need you to understand that very clearly. When every mistake becomes a character flaw that you can't allow yourself to get beyond, or when every hard season becomes proof that life is unfair to you, okay? What happened before, what somebody did, how your parents raised you is what I'm talking about. You don't lose peace because life is difficult. You lose peace when you repeatedly tell yourself a story where you are the main character in it, but you are powerless. Mhm. And that's hard for a lot of us to accept. This isn't about blame. This is, in fact, all about, in my opinion, ownership. So, what I want you to do when you're pursuing this peace that keeps you grounded is give yourself a chance to change. Many of us have never been taught how to do this. And one of the fastest ways to lose peace is to decide that you or the people around you, in some cases, are permanently stuck because you never, ever, ever are. In fact, you are not even the same person you were 5 years ago. I could go scientific and talk about how many of your cells have turned over, they've died. You've had new ones to replace them. They wouldn't even recognize who you were years ago. But you are not the same person you were even last year. And newsflash, neither is anyone else. Peace grows when you stop demanding instant perfection from yourself and from others. You must give yourself room to evolve always. Give people, give life room to surprise you. This is what happens very naturally. This is what comes with that change. Many of us hold on so tightly that we lose the very thing that we're trying to grip. Okay, hold on to everything very loosely and roll with it. A peaceful mind is flexible, a rigid mind is always, always at war. And something else I want you to understand and probably write this down because it took me years to understand it, see it, identify it, and accept it. But change isn't a failure of character, it's usually proof that you're still alive. What I want you to do if you're still with me and you see yourself here is begin to design your life very, very intentionally because this piece that we're talking about is never found, it's something that you have to build. Here's the part that most people miss it never, ever, ever happens by accident. Okay. Peace is absolutely 100% designed. How do you design it? It starts by taking a look at yourself. It comes from the standards that you set. You decide what you want it to look like. You tell the trillions of cells that live in your brain and body what it is you intend to do, the boundaries that you will keep, the habits that you will repeat, even when no one is watching, because it is always those things that we practice privately that we end up defaulting to when we're out in public. These are the things that inform and determine how we live. When you respect your time, for example, your energy, your own words, something interesting happens. You begin to respect yourself. Confidence doesn't come from doing affirmations and from what people think it comes from. Like people aren't naturally born with that. It comes from seeing yourself do something, follow through, and get it right more often than you don't. And that comes with repetition. Raising your standards isn't about being harsh with others, it's about being very clear. And people see the way that you treat yourself, they will begin to follow along with that. Calm is what comes as a byproduct. Clarity always creates calm. So, as I bring it all together for you, if you are looking for more peace in your daily life, this is where you start. You don't feed the version of yourself that feels helpless, okay? You're going to starve that wolf that I told you about. Give yourself permission to change slowly, deliberately, imperfectly, and design a life that reflects your own self respect. You never need to escape your life to find peace. If it's not in your life, it's because you have not created it. And in order to do that, you need to participate in it very, very intentionally. Peace isn't something that you stumble into, it is always something that you choose for yourself and sometimes for others again and again and again. And the fact that you're thinking about it already means that you are probably a lot closer to it than you think. All right. So I hope that this blesses you. Be well. I'll see you again soon, I hope, at Violet Vision. Talk to you later.